Hey everyone, welcome back to a new video about anxiety and panic disorders. In this video we're going to be covering the benefits of essential oils and the effects they have on people that deal with anxiety and panic attacks. So to start out, I think a lot of people might agree that the aroma of essential oils, they smell good. We've all heard lots of stories about how they can be used as an antibacterial solution to fight bacteria in the household. And of course you may find that there was a lot of agents that were put out there that contained the oil of orange, because they started realizing how powerful that oil from the orange can be when it comes to cleaning. And then you've heard about people applying them to skin. There's of course been some documentation on the benefits on where to apply essential oils, and also there's documentation about people putting essential oils into their food or into water and drinking it. And we're not here to necessarily talk about those ones. We're here to be talking about how we can use essential oils either as a instant relief or maybe something that's a little bit more long-term, by maybe having like a device like a diffuser at the household. Or we can just have a simple, maybe a rag in our pocket that has a certain aroma of an oil that we've put onto that rag, and we can pull it out in times of need for that instant relief. So the question is how does it work? I mean, I smell all kinds of things every day, and some things don't smell good, some do smell good. And how does that affect our behavior and our mood? Well, what it does is the aroma basically causes a sensation. It causes a sensation in our limbic system, which is part of the brain, and that plays a huge role in our behavior. It plays a huge role in our smell, like the sense, and also it does play a role in our emotions. And also it can trigger some long-term memories, which is rather interesting, but it makes sense. So when we think about long-term memories, hopefully they are happy memories, and sometimes we remember certain smells. We remember that every time that I went to Nana's house, she always, her yard had lavender flowers in the yard. And so every time I went there, I just always remember it smelling of lavender, and it was a really good smell, and it just made me happy when I was smelling it, because I knew I was going to Nana's house, and you know, she might be one of my favorite relatives. Well, if you have essential oils and you have that lavender, and you put that lavender maybe on a rag that you keep in your pocket, or you keep in a bag somewhere, you can pull it out in that time of need and honestly inhale it, you know, smell it, and get that aroma from that rag. And you may realize that it may trigger some good memories, and those good memories will hopefully take you out of that anxiety or that panic attack state that you're currently in. So that kind of can be beneficial. That's just an example of kind of how maybe the long-term memory part would work for the way it helps us with our emotions and our behaviors. Obviously, we can say, hey, you ever smell something awful and you walk past, you cringe, and you kind of, sometimes you might say something that you don't usually say out loud, in whether, you say it out loud or in your head because of the stench. And you're like, man, that stink. Suddenly your face is screwed up. Your emotions are high, but in a bad way. You're basically unhappy with a smell. So sometimes maybe taking that rag out and smelling it, obviously the way it affects our emotions is it should make us happy. Obviously there are some other properties to essential oils that also can trigger other reactions to the body, whether it's just like more of an instant calming feeling, whether lavender has anything to do or as a long-term memory or not. It can always induce relaxation. It's been around for many years. Valerian is another oil that has been known to be really good for people that deal with anxiety and panic attacks. And there's kind of a little method, and the method is to, when you buy essential oils, make sure that you look for ones that are roots. And the theory behind buying essential oils that are from a root is it's through history as well. It's not just something that's been made up the other day, but is believed that it is it's a way to get grounded. So when you think of a root, you think it goes into the ground, and that's the theory behind that. Is like a lot of people say, well, if you're unsure what to get, either get obviously something that smells good to you, get some of the ones that are mentioned, but then also look at root based oils, because again, that is supposed to help with becoming grounded. So alright, there's plenty more information on my website about essential oils, but this is just a little quick couple of notes. Hopefully there's some things that people didn't know about. Hey guys, first of all, I'd like to say congratulations in taking the first steps into overcoming your anxiety and your panic disorders. Second of all, I'd like to say thank you for watching the video, and if you enjoyed it, make sure you hit that like button and also subscribe. Down below in the description, you also will see links to our social sites and also the website. So take the time to visit those, and let's start kicking anxiety now.